We would be.
And we are live.
Yeah, it worked. It worked.
Okay.
This is exciting.
So let us pull ourselves together for one sec, just because we didn't know it was
Trial.
didn't know it was actually gonna work.
This is super exciting. Super exciting. Okay.
So it's actually the link that we provided.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
That's exciting. So it's the right link. We're on. Life is great. Are we going to wait till 4:30 to start talking? Or are we going to just do it now? And then they can watch after?
Start because it already
Totally.
started.
Absolutely. Stop.
Okay.
Let's
get the beats going.
All right, let's get the beats going. From A World for You. Brandon James. You saved us. Yeah. This is so exciting since it didn't work last week. You know, that means it's just going to get better and better from here on out. It's working! How exciting, you guys.
This is a big deal.
It's a big deal. Big.
Okay.
Yes.
So, do you want to tell them what the topic is about this week?
We are going to talk about this crazy life we are living.
2020.
2020.
We've had a lot going on. Pandemics.
Yeah.
We can't say that certain word.
Can't say it because we don't want to get booted.
Exactly. We don't want to.
I probably can't say a lot of things that I normally would say.
True.
So if you need to just nudge, maybe like, yeah, we're live. Don't do that.
We are live on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. That's a huge difference.
We're making progress every day.
Yikes.
But with that, we have made progress in 2020 because for me, when quarantine hit, I struggled, right? I struggled with my mental health. I struggled with, honestly, like simply getting dressed. Like I was like, I'm home all the time. I don't need to get dressed.
PJs are live.
PJs, workout clothes are live. I was going to sleep in workout clothes. I wouldn't even have to change when I got up. But then it gets to you.
It does. And actually, we've been living we're on the opposite sides of 2020 with all this too, because through this, she's been like, working, doing her thing. And then on the other side where I lost my job because of it. Forever. That one, lost it. So it's gone. So yeah, it's cool because we both have different aspects of how everything's going and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, so we had like major transitions. For me, the first month and a half, I was working from home with my baby. No, thank you. Love him.
Buddies.
Love him, but he's busy. And it was really hard for me to juggle work, being a mom, my health and coaching business. And then you had people that were really affected, like Kelly, who, you end up losing your job.
I feel like, my whole life just went blink of an eye. It's completely different now.
Yeah.
What a world change.
Yeah.
Woo!
So I'll start with a couple things that, has affected me through this.
Absolutely.
We'll go to you. And then we'll, of course, give you some of our tips that have helped us.
I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. You're either in, her boat, been working this whole time, or kind of lost and don't know what to do, where to go, which is my life.
So a lot of things that I struggled with was obviously mindset, because it does get depressing, right? If you don't see your friends that you're not used to staying home all the time. I mean, I was busy. I was teaching spinning 3 times a week. I was going to work every day.
That was so fun.
Doing, all this stuff, and then boom, stuck at home.
And you know what? We take that for granted.
We do.
We take it for granted.
We take a lot.
Because I'm like, I don't need to go to that cycling class. I can go next time.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
No, you can't.
No, I can't.
And another thing that I struggled with is nutrition, which is crazy because I'm a health and wellness coach, right? But being home, being, a little bit depressed, having access to food all the time, and simply just using food as my comfort.
Yeah.
Was a huge struggle for me. I was used to planning my food, right? And it was easy because during the day I wasn't not bored, but I didn't have like access or I wasn't home all the time.
Well, you're like, yeah, right.
And then you're like, it's me in my cupboard.
They got your back. Literally.
Yeah. And then another thing I struggled with is interaction, right? So everything went from in person. So I was instructing in person.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot of my get-togethers with my friends in person. Till we all went to Zoom.
Yeah.
We all went virtually. Wow. So let's hear some of your struggles.
It's so true, though. So I am someone who I feel I dealt with anxiety and depression, I feel like, for a very, very long time. And I have leaned into my health journey so much to help me get through that, because that's just what heals my soul. It makes me feel good. So however, it was everything started shutting down in March, right around my 30th birthday. So I stayed home. She
couldn't even celebrate her 30th.
It was like right when everything was shutting down. 30, you guys. I know that may sound young. I've lived a long life.
The stuff you've been through.
I'm just saying, I may seem young, but I'm an old soul. So I've had anxiety and depression my whole life. And let me tell you, 2020, it is not helping at all. It actually, because I love to work on my mindset and I don't do it enough. Like Darcy said, we like to help coach and people in, just how to live a positive life. And we're very normally good about our eating and being on track. And, we fuel our body. So we eat to fuel. Unless you're home all the time, then you're eating, like she said, out of boredom or because the cupboards are there. Don't know really what else to do. If you're working from home, you're literally staring at the same wall.
Correct. Over and over.
Over and over again. So you get bored. So the thing I feel like I struggle with the most is people interaction. Because, and this may sound weird to people because you don't know, because I feel like I'm very, energetic. I'm a people person, right? But fun fact, I actually have social anxiety. Boom. I hate being out in public. I hate going out places. It stresses me out. It doesn't matter if it's something fun I love to do. If it doesn't matter what it is. But because I was working regularly, I worked in the public. So I was around people all day long. I talk to hundreds of people. And that's actually my work, is where I found my friends, because I did move to a different town almost 10 years ago. And it's where I found my people in my town, and it's where everything happened. And then, so now that I have no job and I'm home, don't worry, I am getting a job after my surgery, which is coming up, but
which we get to talk about,
which is a whole nother Talk Show Tuesday show. So after that, I will get another job, but right now it's affecting my anxiety at all. I don't want to go anywhere because I don't know what I want to do anymore. I'm like, oh, should I change it up completely, or should I stay in the lane that I'm, was in, that I'm comfortable in, kind of good at, but it's just thinking about being around people now it's very hard for me. Like Darcy said, we're so used to staying in our PJs or our workout clothes, which I do have on right now. You can't.
I got dressed today.
My top is fancy.
That is my new thing. My new thing is every day I write out my goals.
Yes.
I write out what I'm going to do.
Yes.
And I'm going to get my butt dressed.
Right. Exactly. And that's going to make you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready, even if you have no place to go.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel better. But I am wearing my workout clothes because they're really comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, she looks cute.
So it's black on black.
And the top is dressed.
It's black on black.
The top is dressed up. So, the reason we are jumping on today to talk about this is because it's a really troubling time, right?
Yeah.
Like, even we bounce stuff off each other all the time. And I noticed myself, someone who used to be so like into seeing people, talking to people, I'm like introvert all of a sudden.
And it's easy to fall back there.
It is easy, and it's easy to get in your own mind and almost like depressed at home, or like simply saying, oh, I'll start next month, or my favorite is I'll start when it gets back to normal.
There's no norm. No norm, guys.
This is the norm.
This is it.
Right here.
Embrace it.
Embrace it.
Because I hear a lot of worry, a lot of, everything is kind of going back to stuff. I don't know, the new norm, we should say. And people are freaking out, right? Because it's the unknown. We don't know what's going to happen. Are kids going to stay in school? Are they going to go home? What's going to happen? We don't know.
Right.
But also to freak out and get in your own head about things we have no control over right now is the worst thing we can do. I mean, yes, us as grown-ups, adults, parents, whoever have to deal with, the stuff that's going on. We also have to be the ones to remind ourselves and talk to ourselves in our mindset that we have to learn the new norm instead of being so negative about it. Because it's so easy to be so negative about it. I didn't get to celebrate my birthday. I didn't get to go do this. I didn't get to go do this. 2020 is terrible.
Right.
What can I do now that I can't? I had to choose something else for my birthday. I had to do this, you know what I mean? So you really have to learn how to make the best out of these really troubling times or difficult situations.
Right. And honestly, this is the best day to do it because it's September 1st. Yes. You still have 4 months, y'all. You have 4 months to turn it around.
Yes, you guys.
Don't let 2020 has been a really tough year, but you still have time to make it the year you want to.
Yeah.
That's 120 days roughly that you can conquer those goals that you set out to. So why wait till January 1st, 2021?
We're not.
Because we might be in the same boat.
Yeah.
You might still be working from home.
It's true. So we're not. I know we're leaning into each other really to check each other's mindsets.
Yep.
Or, we need to make sure that we're strong females together that are just really find a buddy, find somebody.
Find that community.
Yeah, that community. Gosh, community is so important.
Yeah. And I feel like that's where we luck out. So
we do.
We are both health and wellness coaches, and we have our own communities full of a whole bunch of ladies that are just totally, they're crushing it. And not only do we inspire them, but they inspire us to show up every day, to lean into each other. And because you're not always going to have good days. And
the best part about this is everyone goes through something different in life. So when you see that person and I know their story and it may not be a super positive one at the moment, but look at them crushing it. Right. Look at them fighting the odds.
Right.
Makes that fire in you just want to.
Yes, exactly. So for me, obviously the biggest thing that I have to work on with this year, 2020, is my mindset. Right?
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest. I would say that's majority.
Yeah. Absolutely. Mindset and nutrition, which is mindset
and nutrition. But if you get your mindset in the right place, nutrition just follows. And we both have been at points in our life where our nutrition was right on.
Mint. Clean,
didn't mess around.
In it to win it.
But, when you do struggle with these depressing times, it's hard, well, I'm just going to eat this. I'll start tomorrow.
Right.
Or simply just using food as enjoyment.
Right.
Right.
And that's what I do a lot.
Me too.
I'm like, I love you.
You taste so good. My belly hurts after, but you taste so good.
Yeah. My belly doesn't hurt because I don't get full. It's this curse.
So what are some ways that you work on your mindset?
Okay. So I'll tell you, if you guys knew me growing up, not a reader, don't read books, hate it, hate it, hate it.
She didn't really like school either.
Didn't like school. I did like to talk though. So people into it. School, not so much. So I'm getting into audiobooks now. So personal development is what fuels me because I am home a lot. I need that something because I also am looking at the same walls every day and I'm like, well, don't feel like doing this anymore. I don't feel like, nah. So then I need to get that book out and I need to hear those positive, words, because everywhere you look, I feel like it's like, oh, this is changing. And change is scary. Freaks us out. It's the unknown, fear, something we don't have control over.
Right.
We have control over our minds.
Yes.
That is what we can work on.
Honestly, that's the only thing we have control over.
Seriously.
Especially in 2020.
Game changer.
Is our mind.
And that's, I believe that 100% because even when I was like, started my journey and then got to the end of the journey, there's never an end, but got to where I was comfortable and it still wasn't enough because my mindset wasn't right. So I feel like that helps you in no matter what you're going through in life. If you can find those positive things to just keep reminding you, that little nudge, hey, you're not, you're still here. You're still doing great. You're still doing you.
Yep.
More the better.
Yeah.
So
sure.
For me, definitely personal development books, which I'm trying my hardest to get better at because I'm really not that good at it.
Yeah. So audiobooks, podcasts for me have been great. One thing that if you ever follow me on social media is I talk about journaling.
Yeah, she does.
Sounds crazy.
Mm-mm.
And everyone always at first is like,
mm-hmm.
What do you mean? You write down, what are we, 5 writing our diaries? But here's the thing.
You
pretty much, if it works, there's
Yes.
a reason they started it way back when. So when you, like at the end of the day, this is what I do. Yeah. At the end of the day, especially I have been through a really rough period in my life lately. At the end of the day, if you can, before you go to bed, write down 10 things you're grateful for that happened that day. You're going to feel better when you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Number one.
Absolutely.
Number two, when you do have those hard moments, you can look back through the last 30 days, like, look all the stuff I'm grateful for. Look all the great things that has happened to me.
Right.
And ending your day like that can really shift your mindset.
Absolutely.
Get you that good night's sleep because sleep is key, right? Sleep is key to your health.
It's so huge.
Your mind, your sanity. And then I always start my day with journaling my 10 goals because it kind of realigns me. Like, and they're simple goals. Like, I want to be healthy. Right. I want to be an interactive mom.
Yeah.
They're not like, some of them I'm like, I'm going to do all these amazing things, but they're even the simple ones. Absolutely. Of like, today's goal, I'm going to try to eat good.
Put on jeans.
I'm going to put on jeans and some makeup and show up.
Yeah. And that's all you need sometimes to feel better, to make yourself, a little more positive, a little more happy. You just need to write that stuff down. And actually, I'm going to be honest, that is something I don't do so good on. And I know it is key. So journaling and writing your goals down, it doesn't matter what I listen to for podcasts or people like very successful people. Do you know what they do? They write I can't swear, can I? Mm. They write their stuff down. They write it down. Okay, guys, everything, goals, dreams, something you're thinking about that probably won't happen. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, if you don't write it down, it's not going to happen.
Right. So this is a great thing too. Yeah. 2 things. One is this morning when I got up and I knew there was 4 months left, I took time to write down, what do I want to accomplish in the next 4 months? So that's our first thing. Yeah. That's first challenge. And then another thing that you actually talked about on your stories today is about creating that routine, those habits. Those daily habits. So
it is key.
Writing goals.
So,
yep. Audiobooks.
2.
What was the other thing? Getting up, getting dressed.
That's a good one.
First,
it's hard. That one's a hard one. Can we pick something else?
The first 4 months I was quarantined, I did not get dressed. Me in yoga pants. That's what it was at.
I'm still in yoga pants.
So yeah, that is our challenge for you.
But I do have makeup on too. So I think that's a great challenge.
Yeah.
That's something different I don't normally do. Actually in 2020, I haven't worn makeup at all. So that was something I did to help. You know, it's like, I ain't putting on real pants, but homegirl will put on something.
See, it's all about these
Makes
little
me feel
steps.
better.
These little steps add up to big results.
Maybe by the end of September, I can.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Put that
See?
on. Write that on one of your goals.
Yeah, it's happening.
So yeah, I would say that could be our challenge to you.
Absolutely.
Make time for that personal development, even if it's in the car.
Yeah.
I'm always listening to an audiobook in the car instead of
Especially,
radio.
yeah.
Or when I'm running.
Yep, that's a good one.
That's a good one. And just creating those habits, changing it up.
Because it's crazy and we never know what we're going to get anymore in life. So we kind of have to learn to be okay with just going with the flow. And I tell people all the time, you cannot worry about things you have no control over. And I am so guilty for this, but I like to say it out loud because I like to remind myself, you know what? Let it go. This is happening. So how are you going to make the best of it?
Right. And just that's a great way to put it.
You know,
like,
yeah.
You gotta,
how do you make the best
of it? Because we are in such a tough time.
And if it is going to continue to be, you know, if things are like opening, but then they shut back down, everyone's going to go back into their holes and back into that depression mode and back into the, you know, everyone's excited right now because it's looking a little exciting out there.
Mm-hmm.
But if it doesn't and things have to go back, let's work on that mindset.
Right. For sure.
Habits, goals, write them down. If this is the way it's going to continue, how are we still going to be at that level of what we want to succeed at and still in a positive way?
Right.
You know?
And if you're struggling to figure out how am I going to do that? Like how do I implement these habits? Where do I start?
Who's my accountability buddy?
Yeah. That's what you need, like a community or a mentor, you know? So like that is one thing that even though we are mentors, we have other mentors.
Absolutely.
So like it's really good to figure out, you know, what community you fit in and lean into that community. Like, you know, I have lean. I mean, there's sometimes I pick up my phone, voice message Kelly, and I'm like, today I ate like a jerk, you know, like little things like that, because you're not going to be 100% every day. And it's hard to develop those habits if you don't have that accountability group.
Oh, absolutely. I strongly believe that 100%. And then you also have to, this is where the mindset comes, be okay with when, because life is crazy right now. You do have to give yourself a little bit of slack, but also not too much. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's a fine line.
There's a balance.
There's a fine line. I was almost, you know,
teeter-totter.
Yeah. I was like way going in depression, because my job was like my life, you know, the people there, family, people that came in, they've been like family to me for like the last 9 years. So, so my whole life has changed. And then I dealt with a lot of loss as well in between all of that. So I feel like when the whole isolation pandemic came, my depression was like
skyrocket
right here, you know, that little person trying to like tear you down, talk to you. And then even though this person's a little smaller, I can still hear.
And that's, that is where the personal development will help.
It's so true.
Boost you up a lot.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So if any of you guys have either lost jobs or your life has just done a complete 360 and changed 100%, or you're working from home and you just hate seeing the same walls over and over again, breathe.
Yeah.
That's
a good key.
Lean into your people.
Yep.
You know, your community and the steps that we gave you, writing it down, goals, maybe get dressed, maybe throw on some makeup. Stop pushing me to get dressed.
Make sure you nourish your body.
Nourish it, because when we eat like crap, which it is easy to do in 2020, come on, all the time, 24/7, you know, it doesn't make you feel that great. And then that's when your mind is like, I probably shouldn't make all these noises on here. Whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Do you know? It's because it's nourishing your body with great things is going to make you feel better and perform better.
Yes, that's true. You're not only going to feel better, you're going to perform better, and you're going to show up for yourself.
Yeah, you guys, let's do it. Show up for ourselves, because we cannot let other people tell us that we're going to have a crappy life. That's just not okay with me.
Nope, I agree. 110%.
Not okay.
So yeah, I think we're good.
Short and sweet today.
Short and sweet.
Now that we got it working.
And, you can always reach out to us. We're both on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm DarcyElizabeth.co.
I'm Kelly_Patricia.
And you can always just put a comment below and we can get back to you as well.
Absolutely.
So glad for anybody that joined us. Yes, hang in there.
Thanks, guys.
4 months left.
We got this. We're going to make a plan. And by December, our spirits are going to be up no matter what.
Yes.
Even we know what comes in December, but our spirits are still going to be up.
Yep.
Because it's going to be stressful. So we're going to work through it, guys.
We will see you next
Yes,
Tuesday.
we will. Rise and inspire.
Keep smiling.